Hello, hello, welcome. I would like to share my complete full Teresa Goodridge coloring book collection with all of you. So these are not in any order. I am not going to do full flip throughs because I have a bunch of these. So we would be here all night together. However, I would like to start with Autumn Harvest because this is the next book I would like to do a color along with all of you out of. I have picked 3 pages. If we are not happy with any of these pages, we can certainly talk about another one. But if you comment nothing else on this video, if you at least could give me a 1, 2, or 3 for the page that you would like to see, supply you would like to see used, anything like that, that helps me create content. Because I'm kind of just jumping back in. I'm not sure where everybody's at, who's doing what, who's coloring with what, all that good stuff. Again, I'm not going to do full flips. I was a page puller outer, so a lot of these books are empty, even though we have tackled many pages together out of them. I do have my Teresa Goodridge playlist listed up on my channel, so there should be all kinds of color alongs. But we are going to continue on. So, the first page I have picked is this one. I thought this would be a nice marker / pencil page. I would like to kind of show everybody how to do the pencil marker thing. I got a few questions on it the last video when I showed some of my marker pencil pages. But we can also do straight pencil. So we have a 1 if you would like to tackle this page. A 2 if you would like to tackle this page. And again, I was kind of thinking large pumpkin flowers. Maybe we could tackle them with some markers. I have alcohol markers. I do not have any water-based, so keep that in mind. And again, if we have enough people that want just pencil, we can do just pencil. That works fine too. And 3. My thinking with this one was to work on a gradient background. I think that would be really fun to do and kind of show everybody a nice simple start to getting back into things, showing people how I do things. Remember, I am a heavy-handed colorist, which affects a lot of my work, and you'll kind of see that as we go through some of the books, how my pages are a little darker and vibrant. So there's one we did last year. Sorry if there's a glare on it. So yeah, if you would let me know, if nothing else, if you are joining in, if you would like to do 3, or even if you just like to watch 2 or 1. I don't know why. I think the browns with the bright yellow and oranges and reds on this would be so pretty. But yes, so that is Autumn Harvest, and that is the one I'm going to leave out because we are going to do a color along out of it as soon as I get help picking a page. Next is Small Town Charm. Have not tackled this book yet. I did get it and just haven't started it. This one really calls my name. I like how she put the sun in for me. So we do have Small Town Charm. Okay, romantic country scenes. Some of these books, please be easy with me. Please. I started coloring a long time ago, and we all had to start somewhere. So this was 2019. I haven't colored anything real recent in it. I do think we tackled this one together, maybe. If I have this one colored, I'll post it up here when I go back and edit. This is all marker. You can tell I was into the sweet and simple things. I'd barely started shading with markers, adding some shadows, nothing too fancy. I'm still fairly happy with it though. Oh, we did do this one. So I did do this one in the book. So there is that one. I'm sorry. I've done a lot of color along, so sometimes it's hard for me to remember if I tackled them on my own or if we did them as a group on the channel. And I'm happy with how that one turned out. I think it turned out pretty cute looking back at it now. I do not have the newest book, The Cozy Corners, yet. And I don't have the owl one. I don't know if it's out yet or if it was, somebody had showed it to me, but I don't know if it was out. So I have not ordered those 2 yet. Cheerful Inspirations. This is another older one. If you have Cheerful Inspirations, let me know. Because I want to color out of this one, but I feel like not a lot of people have this. So this one is, let's check the copyright on this one, 2021, so it's not too old. And I have tackled some in here. So again, I was not into the pencils fully yet. When I started my coloring journey, I was a Sharpie and Bic girl, as you can tell by the yellowing, because Sharpies and Bics are known for that. They like to yellow after time. Washi tape is still my friend. So there's that one. This one was going so well, and then the gold kind of ruined it. I should have did something different with the gold in the middle. But the rest I was happy with. A background could have been blended a little better. I was trying to go for like that blue sky to sunny feel. Not my favorite, but don't count the days, make the days count. So I colored that in 2024. Courage Above Fear, and I probably didn't write a date on this one. This is the first one I ever colored out of this book. Again, all alcohol marker. Happy with it. We'll leave it at that. It's hard not to criticize your old self, because I would do it so different now, but... And then this one I never went back to finishing, so there's a whip. I don't love it. That's probably why I never went back to finish it. But Cheerful Inspiration. So if anyone else has that one, let me know. Okay, Little Mermaid friends. We started some stuff out of this for Mermaid. Not a lot of people had this book either. So, copyright 2018. I think this is the page I did the background for. I'll have to look. Or maybe this one. This is the one I think we tackled together. But it is a super cute book. So that one I colored forever ago. Forever ago. What else do we have? Oh, and the practice for the other one. So, a very different kind of style. Very cutesy mermaids. I do like this style of hers. This is when I very first got the book. And pencils even. Look at my wonderful blending. There's like nothing... No blending. Just a dark and a light. That's all I thought I needed. Same with her hair. Dark and a light. I do like the mermaid tail. I was onto something there with the mermaid tail. It's about all this page had going for it. Oh, it is fun to look back though and see the growth. Some of these books, such as Autumn Scenes, I have 2 of, and I have colored 2 different pages in it. And I'll show you when we get there. Those are the ones you can really see the difference in. So this one is Garden Gnomes. This is one of her newer ones. I do believe 24, 25, 24. I have nothing colored in this one. So also, if you are into the gnomes, let me know. Because that's the new thing with Teresa Goodridge, is she's got a lot of gnomes out. So are we into the gnomes, or are we into the scenery, or would we like to bounce back and forth? Are we happy with either? Okay, Gnome Sweet Gnome. I started a full book buddy color along, and things went downhill and I didn't quite finish it. We made it through a year, so we have 12 pages. Most of you should have 12 pages. I do not, because I'm a slacker. I have probably 12 whips in here. So I have 2. You'll see a lot of these books I have 2. One will say practice. That's where I practice my color alongs before I do them on video. Also helpful to know what books people like. So if I need a second copy, we can do that. But yes, this book is fully loved. And then some actually. Oh, is this one my practice one? Do I have them backwards? I do think this one is my practice. No. No, we're right. I was gonna say. Okay. It felt like my practice one, but I think it's just because I have so many books shoved in here. So this was one I didn't get finished, but I do have a color along up for this, and I think that's why this one wasn't finished, is because I had already colored it once, and I wasn't quite ready to color it again. But I was trying to do the summer pages in the season. I thought maybe I had my finished one handy. But I don't. So there's my fall version of the same page. So fall and summer. What a difference, huh? They look very different. Let's see what else we tackled out of here. We did the Bedtime Gnome. So we talked a little bit about shading on the comforters. We did a washi tape background. Shading with the wood. Really love how the wood came out on the bed. We did some, this was a November, so we did this for like Thanksgiving, kind of cooking with your family kind of thing. Happy with how that turned out. My little camping scene, and this one just needed some final touches. I just never got back to it. But this is one of the books I feel like is a good showcase of my coloring. Very dark, rich. I have a hard time with the light dainty look. Party Time never got finished, but I love my rainbow mushroom, so I do need to come back and tackle this one. And I do want to come back on my own and tackle this book and get it done, because I didn't finish it. Okay, our Christmas page, and I do believe I finished this one, if not fairly close. Our cute little gnomes in the back of the truck. Ice skating gnomes. And these all have videos in the playlist. So if you need help finding anything, you can comment down below and I will look it up for you and get you the link. Our fall gnomes. And my pumpkins look way different now, so I can already tell you the difference. Sorry for the crinkling in the background. If you are new to me, I foster kittens. And the best way to keep a kitten off your desk when you have a nice bright light they want to sunbathe under is to give them a bag to play in. Okay, Be My Valentine. And again, Teo tree markers, yellow. I don't think it's going to hurt this page too much. I wish I would have left one just in case, but I think pencils will hide all that just fine and nobody will ever know. So there is our Be My Valentine page. And this one was a lot of alcohol marker. But the Teo tree yellowing is real. Definitely real. Okay. Our beach scene I didn't finish. Rain clouds. Happy with the clouds and the rainbow for the most part. It kind of looks like my gel pen's rubbing off. But off to a good rainy day feel on that one. Sunflowers. There are many color alongs for this up. So there is one in marker, there is one in pencil, and then I do believe we have this one we did in marker blending together. Lots of color alongs up for this one, which is why it's also not finished. Our watermelon pals, and I was so close. All I had to figure out was the colors for the tablecloth on the bottom. And there is a tutorial up for the watermelons if you're interested in that. Not all these books will have this much colored in them. And then this one I was really happy with, and I'm sad I quit it because I probably won't ever figure out the colors I used. But I was really happy with this Fall Farm Feelin' page. And I think that's all I have tackled. And there's my little list of pages we were working on. So that is Gnome Sweet Gnome. For those of you interested. Okay, these bigger books are compilation books, so if you can't find the big book, it is not a big deal. This one happens to be, and I think they tell us in the beginning, spring scenes, summer scenes, and autumn scenes, and then 2 plates from Winter Wonderland coloring book. So these are just compilation books, and I've mostly used this one for practice. So as you can see, I practiced painting leaves, tried painting some sand and water, didn't love it. All markers, notice how my bunny has no fur. So this one was mostly just a playbook. Again, trying that gouache paint. Didn't really love it. Again, trying it with the water. Didn't really love it. I do like this page. 5 years ago, the background's pastel, alcohol markers. Not into pencils yet. And you'll be able to tell as we I probably should have ordered them oldest to newest, but spring scenes. We have not tackled anything out of this one, so if you have spring scenes and are interested in this, let me know. It helps me plan for the future. I will put on a calendar what books we want to tackle when so I don't forget about them. I feel like she comes out with new books and we forget about all the old ones. So I guess I only have the Take Me Out colored in this one. Spring scenes. Country kitchen. We have tackled one out of here together. So if you would like to see the color along for this page, it is up and ready to go. Pretty sure we tackled it. Why didn't I date my work? I'm pretty sure we tackled it in Prismacolor pencils. Okay, judging by the way I did my wood, pretty sure. And again, I do believe it was like around at Thanksgiving time, and that's the only one I've tackled out of there. So, Country Kitchen Charm, if I could talk. Okay, Wish You Were Here, I have 2 copies of. So let me find the one we did our color along out of. Again, here we are. There is a color along up for this one. We practiced water. We practiced highlighting our flowers. We practiced putting a little shine on our trees. I did try to focus in on a few different techniques on every color along we did. Oh, and I don't remember if we did this one together or not, honestly. Oh, it says YouTube at the top, so there's probably a color along for this one as well. I do need to get on the computer. Honestly, I haven't got on and made sure that everything's got put in the playlist. It's on my to-do list. But wish you were here. So if you'd like to see, there's one I started on my own, never finished. So if there's anything, that must have been my practice page. Wish you were here. Okay, Country Charm is really old. Well, to me anyway. I feel like this is one of the first books I had. 2018, so a year into my coloring. So I do have 2 of them. I don't think we have tackled anything out of this book together, have we? We did, so I forgot about this page. This is one of my favorites even, and for some reason I just don't remember it being in this book. All pencil. Absolutely happy with this page. This is one I colored 2023, so recently. Really working on the lighting of the trees, reflection in the water, adding the camp to the boats. I added camp to the sign. It's the only thing I could think of that would have a little girl in a winter coat standing out by the lake with boats was summer camp, kind of. So that's where my mind went. But yes, one of my absolute favorites. So this is a good example of my coloring. Again, heavy-handed, lots of blending, really working on the whole colors, palette things. So yeah. And I might have to split this into 2 videos. Let's see how we do here. Autumn Charm. I know we have a color along out of here. I just don't remember what it is. Happy Thanksgiving. Should have known. Autumn. Autumn is probably a Thanksgiving color along. There is not a page up for this. I tackled these on my own. The prompt was funky pumpkins. No orange pumpkins kind of thing. So that's why that one is all color. And it is a copy. So I have an original if we do want to tackle that one. Autumn Charm. It's a Cat's World. I pulled my page out that I colored in here, but I will post it here so you can see it. We did the cute little cats in the bathtub or the bucket type thing. Let me see here. Maybe. I haven't seen a lot of people ask. Oh, right in the front. So we did this page, and I will post my colored one so you can see it. So there is a color along up, but if you would like to see more out of this book, let me know. It hasn't been one that was highly requested, but I think the fur kind of intimidates a lot of people. So you will peek at my fur and let me know if you think that's something you want to tackle or not. It's a Cat's World. Okay, me and Main Street have a love-hate relationship. I want a new copy of Main Street. So someday when I am rich and can get another copy, because my Walmart doesn't sell Creative Haven books anymore, I'm going to get another one of these. Don't judge me harshly. This was another one of my favorites, 2020. This is why we work on color palettes, because this is not a pretty page. I did not plan well. I have tons of colors going, and it made it really hard for the background to make all the flowers pretty. So that's why we plan ahead with color palettes a little bit. I do like this one. So this one was 4 years ago. Again, no pencil. But I do like the way I did the dresses. The pink background might be a little much, but I think there is a partial color along up for this one. I think we tackled the sign and maybe the barrels. Not sure. It was a long time ago. But we did have fun. This is one of the first ones we all did together. I do remember that. That's what started the Teresa Goodridge Color Along fan club. Okay. Home Sweet Home I have 2 of. And so there is, I do have a favorite in here, if I can find them. Probably should have had my stucks a little better in a row here, but where are they? I didn't take them out, did I? I have 3 copies of Home Sweet Home, which is why I could not find my favorite pages, and I was super sad about it. So this was for a challenge. Pick 3 colored, unlimited shades. Could also use beige, brown, black, white, and gray. Honestly, once I got started on these, the color palette went out of my mind because I struggle with color palettes, especially sticking to. But I am super happy with how these turned out. So, I have the girls side and the boys side. I really love the little blankets. Keeping in mind I was trying to do the color palette challenge, which is why everything is so blue, the carpets and everything. This one got thrown off a little with the green outside. I tried to keep it, but there was just, I didn't want to make the grass pink or purple. So, Home Sweet Home. If you have Home Sweet Home, I have plenty of pages we could be practicing. I don't think there's color alongs up for those 2 pages. I think I did those ones on my own. Autumn Scenes. So, this is probably my first Teresa Goodridge book. So, this is 2017. We have loved this book over the years. So, these are like all when I first started coloring. Like no shading, all scribbling, no circular motions, all very bland pages. Look at the difference. So here's a great example. Let me stash these behind. Before and after. Pages like this is what make my heart happy, because looking back, I can see how far I've came. Look at the difference in those grapes. Look at my glass bottle. Like, things we pick up that we don't even realize we picked up. Even just a little bit of shading really set those apples apart. So this was 2017 versus I do believe we did this one in together on film 23, probably 24. But yes, very, very happy. So there's that one. I want to keep those together for future reference. Here's another example, and the apples are up on a tutorial if you would like to see the apples. But here's another great example of how far we've come. Just the barrels, the definition in the rows here, the apples have more than just red, all the fun thing. Even the sky has a little more dimension to it. So yes. So we have Happy Halloween also done in here. We have this pumpkin guy done in here. Another house. Not sure why I went blue. Don't love it now. At the time it sounded like a good idea. So, Autumn Scenes. That was the Practice Autumn Charm, and I don't think there was anything. I did have them all together, but my stack fell over. Just one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Someone was sneaking in the door. All right, Country Gardens also have not tackled. So how do we feel about Country Gardens? I like this one. I know it's wrong season now, but future reference ideas. I do like this little swing one too. What do we find intimidating about her work? What stops you from tackling a page? Maybe that's a good question to ask. So, Country Gardens. Winter Wonderland is another older one. I do believe like 2000, let's see, 16. So it's even older than Autumn Scenes. I have not tackled this book really. The drawing style to me is a little different than what I'm used to with her. Not necessarily bad. Still her very detailed self people. But I haven't tackled this one a whole lot. There was an attempt at some breaks, never finished. Winter Wonderland. Country Christmas. I don't think we've done one together out of this. I don't think I've tackled a whole lot of Christmas pages. There's one I started on my own. And I think that's all I have in here. So for the upcoming season, we have Country Christmas. This is a 2019. That's probably why. I don't think I fully started Teresa Goodridge color alongs till about a year ago. This is another one of the compilation books, so just quickly showing you. Again, I found mine at Walmart. Apparently they weren't really available everywhere. So copyright 16, 18, and 19 has Happy Home, Home Sweet Home, Country Charm, and 2 plates from Winter Wonderland. So pretty much all the books I've already showed you. I don't think I've tackled anything really in this one. Oh, I guess I did in 20. Look at that, all marker again. Again, before my pencil days. So, calm and cozy home. Home for the holidays. 2022. I don't know that I've tackled a whole lot out of here. Oh, I do, my Christmas in July page. There is a color along for this page with 4 parts up. I forgot all about this. This turned out so good, so better than I was expecting. I was nervous the first few color alongs I did that they weren't going to come out, and I filmed them, so there was like no way to like go back and fix it kind of thing, but it did. It came out pretty good. This is a Ohuhu glitter marker in the background, so if you need a nice glittery background, them markers are fantastic. I don't know price-wise if they've gone up a whole lot, and it's been a long time. Jamie gifted me those, so there might be different options, cheaper options out now, but I really do like those, and I'm actually due for a new set. Need to add those to my list. So that's home for the holidays. Christmas gnomes, gnome for the holidays. I'm going to show both of these quickly because I haven't tackled either one. So those are 2 great options. There's a Super Bowl page if we'd like to do the Super Bowl. Will You Be Mine? Valentine's. This is another one I thought about doing kind of a color along out of, but then I decided I didn't do so well on the first one. I did until life got to lifing and my mom got sick, but yeah, I don't know if I want to start that and then let everybody down again. So, Christmas Gnomes, also one of her newest ones. Village Charm, and I don't think I have anything tackled out of this. So this is another one I wanted to do on the channel. I felt like this is another one that intimidated a lot of people. I didn't see a lot of pages out of it when it came out. Some of her books take off and you see them everywhere, and some of them not so much. And I feel like this one a lot of people wanted to do, but I think buildings and roofs and things like that intimidate some people. So Village Charm, let me know how you feel about Village Charm. Enchanted Christmas is an old one, older. August 2021 is when I got it. Yep. So, and I don't think I've tackled anything. Nope. So we could have another Christmas speech page if we'd like. If you missed out on the first one and you'd like to try it again, we can do this one. I know sometimes going back watching the color alongs isn't as fun because it's hard to go back and answer questions and remember what I used and things like that. I tried in all the videos as I went to let you know what pencils I was using and everything like that, but I don't love this book. And this is not a Teresa Goodridge book. That's probably why I was wondering. Skip that one. Country Farm Scenes. So 2019. And I don't think I have tackled. I do like this one. Maybe on our off season, the Keep Calm and Farm On. That's a cute one. Should we tackle this one? I think that's the other thing. A lot of these pages stand out to me. I live in Wyoming where you are lots of cows, lots of farms, lots of ranches, lots of fields. So there's another one of these books somewhere. Oh, right here that should have. So remember, I was not a full-on colorist. I was just comparing pencils. Arteza to Prismacolor is why both of these are done. Honestly, I mean, other than my coloring technique back then was not fantastic, the only thing I really liked more about the Prismacolors is the saturation. The colors are a lot richer. The reds are red. Arteza, I had a hard time finding a red that was red and not pink. So personal preference. I do like Arteza. I like to mix them with Prisma more than just using Arteza, but depending on the project, they both get the job done. Country Farm Scenes, if we are interested in that one. And we are almost there. Afternoon Tea. I have not tackled anything in this, and this is one of her newer ones that came out last year, I believe. 2023, so the year before. Goodness, I'm slacking. So if you have an afternoon tea page you would like to see done, this one, let me know. Like I said, I know it's hard on YouTube to share pictures with me. I have a Facebook group, I have an Instagram. This one really catches my eye. I love the bouquet. So let me know. Afternoon Tea, should we tackle this one? Summer Scenes, I just ordered this one for the purpose of color alongs on this channel. So this page was colored before I actually got the book. So I have an empty blank copy of Beach Bar. And it does say we colored it on the channel. But I do believe that's the only thing I have colored out of here. Sorry if you can hear the dryer in the background. Multitasking. Drying some clothes, killing some time. Magnificent Mermaids. That's not her either. Alright, so that is all of my Teresa Goodridge books. So quickly before everyone leaves, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Again, questions, comments, requests, anything like that, let me know down below. Markers, pencils, both, blending, shading, fur, what you want to work on, all those are helpful when it comes time for me to plan videos. We have page 1 to start us back off with out of Autumn Harvest. Page 2, if you'd like to see some pears, strawberries, grapes, or apples. Or page 3 if we'd like to work on a gradient background and some leaves. I thank you all for being here. I hope to see you next video.